Hello everyone, me again. It is I, your artistic director / overly lit individual. I'm Chas Redhead and welcome to Theatre De Phénix. We are going back to the courtroom for this installment because it is time for the first trial segment of Turnabout Big Top. So, here is what we know. Very charismatic and I assume gender fluid magician Max Galactica has been arrested on suspicion of murdering Russell Berry, who is the head of the Very Big Circus. But he was also going to propose to his daughter Regina. Her age has been redacted. But then also Regina was proposed to by Trilo, who is a puppet, not Ben Woodman, the man who operates the puppet. She was proposed to by the puppet, not the puppeteer. Very important. Also, there was a clown called Mo who wasn't that funny. But then again, clowns aren't that funny. He was an eldritch nightmare who had like a carrot attached to his head. I don't know what was going on. There was like two different smiles. There was two mouths. I don't know what was going on. But the important thing is that we're heading back to the courtroom. And once again, Phoenix will have to come face to face with hotshot prosecutor Francisca von Karma. And I suppose Mr. Whippy. So, with that in mind, I hope you're all sitting down. I hope you've got your interval drinks orders in place because this is going to be some top-notch legal drama theatre. Do I sound like a robot? I haven't been able to fix the microphone as much as I thought. Without further ado, here it is. Turnabout Big Top.
Good morning, Max.
Max?
Milk.
What?
If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie.
Stage? Don't worry. There won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down.
I guess.
Nick. Max is really nervous.
I can tell, and that's understandable.
Hey, my sweeties.
What?
You don't think I should fly, do you?
I think you should, but hang on, huh?
You know, you've got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little.
No. Look, we can't be having you flying around the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Plus, you know, Gary needs to put the rigging up and it's just a big nightmare. Look, imagine if you hit someone. It is a nightmare.
Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay. That's always worked.
I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that one.
Oh, sweetie.
What is it this time, Max?
Why don't you try flying into the courtroom?
Oh, I've got the Queen of Hearts in my face. Oh, just all these cards on the floor.
I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously in from above.
I think he's running out of cards, sir, because this is a pickup 4 from Uno.
Oof.
One glimpse of that, and everyone in the room will be on your side.
I think this is a Doug trio.
Max, really, no one needs to fly today. Nick? What's with that look in your eyes?
think it's just all the cards that have flown in there. Oh, I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously. Yes, I do.
December 29th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 2.
Oh, I do like this
I
courtroom. I love the
number
decor.
two.
Number two.
Wait, number one. Oh, I could shit on number one.
I'm already being struck!
Oh, no. Your Honor, get on with it!
I was
Fucking
just
take your
going to
advice.
wish everybody a happy holiday season, and I'm fine. I realized that the defendant's name was Billy Bob Johns, apparently.
So?
I don't know. Well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica? Could be a Cylon.
Yes, Your Honour, he does often go by that name. That he does.
You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. I think everybody here wouldn't mind if we call the defendant Maximilian Galactica, his stage name. Gavel. Yeah, so I have spoken. It sounds more friendly.
I wonder if that is to our. I wonder if that is to our advantage.
Ms. Von Karma, your opening statement, please.
I hope you didn't bother thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix, right?
Huh? Sorry,
That-
I wasn't paying attention.
That was my opening statement. That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. Meh. For pash, for ping, boing. It did not count, do you hear me?
She must still be upset about what happened last time.
You have no chance. Zero, zilch, nada. I'm not losing this case. Why, you ask? Oh, because it is not in the nature of a Von Karma to lose at anything.
I guess being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying.
Ooh,
I can hear you. I can hear you from over here. You're like 3 feet away. Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are.
Me? Guilty? What textbook is out? Shit! What are you
Ping!
talking about?
I pinged you in the face.
Ow.
It'll be my ultimate revenge.
Her dad is gone, you know. What fucking line? What?
I'm glad you told me.
Again, I can hear you from over here. That's not okay to bring up.
Von Karma's
The
have had a prison knife fights.
Don't you shit talk my father. The prosecution is finished. I hope that all is legally sound, what I've just laid out there. Let's hurry up and wrap up this waste of time.
Gavel, you may call your first witness, Ms. Von Karma.
Detective Dick Gumshoe. Get up there, now! Go!
Oh, yes, he's just walked in. Here he is.
Schnell! Schnell, Dick! Sorry to keep you from work, as I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, Detective.
Don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this.
He seems to have chosen to give his statement from an empty swimming pool, sir.
I'll allow it.
Very well. I would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question.
At your service, sir.
All right, Detective, you may proceed with your testimony.
That was a very pregnant pause.
Yes, well, I was waiting to see if I get hit with a whip.
And he is pregnant.
The night of
look
the
it up.
crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. All of the circus performers gathered in the big top to practice their routines.
I like your map.
Thanks, I drew it in crayon and tomato ketchup. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. in Orange. The murder itself took place in the plaza in the front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. in Orange. The victim was found bent over a wooden orange box, dead as a doornail.
That's a big crab. Oh no, wait, his head's on the other side, sorry.
The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped an orange vertebrae in his orange neck.
I see. He was beaten, as we say in the business, to death.
What business is that?
The law, man, the law.
Here is the autopsy report for the victim.
The court will accept this into evidence.
Excellent correction of poor translated grammar, sir.
Thank you. A blunt object.
Watch this. He's going to name 7 blunt objects.
Like a fire extinguisher, or a hammer, or a bust of Margaret Thatcher, or perhaps a desk fan, or maybe Chaz Redhead's intellect, or perhaps a microphone, or a tripod.
I think he was just naming things in the room by the end.
Yes, I was. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honour.
The night of the crime, snow was falling out until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out.
Hold it. Let me ask you about the snow.
It's frozen water, falls from the sky. It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime.
Did it pile up?
It wasn't such a big deal. Snow piles up, maybe an inch and a half was on the ground.
Right.
The snow froze in place and stayed on the ground till the next day.
The snow. Let me see. There's got to be more to this.
Fascinating. As the gumshoe attempts to make sense of his surroundings.
Huh? What's the matter? Nick?
I need to take a look at the court record.
Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing on the night of the crime?
Now asked a question, the gumshoe is backed into a corner.
All of the circus performers gathered in the big top to practice their routines. The murder itself was found bent over a wooden box.
Hang on, hold it. Wooden box?
That's right. The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed.
Carrying the box, eh? Just like we did at cricket times.
It was a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor.
Excuse me, Your Honor, I have several follow-up questions.
No time. It's a cross-examination. What do you mean, Gumshoe?
Well, it was much heavier than it looked. Not to mention, it was locked.
Locked, you say?
Ah,
Chastity box.
This may be my only chance, so I might as well ask some questions. Right. Do you mind telling us what was inside that box, is what this piece of paper is telling me to say.
Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox.
Oh yeah, we're in America. Oh, hey guys, we're supposed to be in America.
Right.
Wait,
I
really?
forget sometimes.
Shit.
No, I think that must be wrong.
Is
So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this little orange bottle, which is actually white and red.
Bottle? What is that, detective?
It's a receptacle you use to put things in, but that's not important right now. It is exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle.
what's inside the bottle?
It was filled with pepper.
Pepper? Why in the world was it locked in a strong box?
There was only one little bottle in that huge box.
Wonder if it has some sort of special meaning.
I'll just add that to the evidence.
Cause of death was one false trauma that snapped an orange vertebrae.
Hang on, hold it. According to the autopsy report I have here, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct?
You've done your homework, pal.
Thank you. I did it after CITV last night. And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you?
The police are searching for it as we speak.
Okay, everybody spread out. It's probably not in the courthouse. It's probably closer to the scene of the crime. So it probably shouldn't have started here.
My theory is that it is something the perpetrator ran off with.
You would think so, especially since you didn't find it at the scene of a crime.
Oh, no. I bet he made it disappear with magic.
That's like a 4 out of 10 at best.
Gavel! Well, I think we have a good feel for the detail of the events now. Yes, we do.
I guess that's all we're going to get out of Gumshoe in this case.
You mean all we're gonna get out of him is that little bottle of pepper?
Well, now that we have wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. If that's all right, Mr. Judge. May I?
I mean, I'm okay with it.
Well, okay.
I can't immediately think of any
You can tell
reasons
I'm a little
why
bit
not.
sad. I was a bit nervous about asking you this one.
It does a bit. I'm not even.
I'm not even off the stand yet.
He's back.
Obviously, but that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. Mr. VP is poised to strike. Thank you, Droopy.
I don't know, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy.
Gavel! Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Ms. Von Karma, call your next witness.
I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand. Benjamin!
She must be talking about Ben, the ventriloquist.
I wonder if Trilo will show up on the stand as well.
He probably will, mate. Yeah,
Oh,
there he
no.
is.
Oh
There's
my
the little
God,
fucker.
ew.
What the fuck? Please state your name and your occupation for the record.
My full name is Ventriloquist. I'm employed as an opera tenor.
Excuse me? The witness called to the stand was one Mr. Benjamin Woodman. ventriloquist.
But that rope must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine. I'll grace you with a song. Ahem. Me, 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 me. The world of the law, exciting and daring, guilt or innocence. Decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think?
Oh, J.K. Rowling.
Begin cancellation. Begin cancellation.
Jesus fucking hell.
Yes, no, I tend to agree with you today, Miss Von Karma.
Yeah, I know, right? I think we're on the same page.
It had a good rhythm.
Stop
Thank
it!
you, someone with taste.
It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. Jesus.
If you call my performance wooden, I'm coming after you.
Trilo, you know better than to insult a judge.
Ah, shut up. Just look at your nose. You were thinking of the sense to fix it. It's so ugly, I want to punch you in the face on the off chance swelling would help. You know that your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star.
Celebrities must really enjoy saying everything that flashes into their minds.
I have to say, I've seen a parrot on the stand, and this is stranger. Order! Order! I demand to know who this witness is!
Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trilo handle this.
No, I'd rather you didn't. I'm not worried one bit.
Bing! Bing! Bang! You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness, okay? Leave it. Accept it. Now, let's proceed, please.
Do what the lady says. Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge, I mean the clown. But once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went over to the plaza. That's when I saw Max in orange heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? And then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. I was left thinking, well, if he's murdered fashion, a person isn't that much of a step.
So you saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene. You're absolutely sure of that?
Without a doubt. He had on his silk hat, orange, cloak, orange, and the dumb orange white roses on his chest. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high?
What is it with you and noses? I think that's enough. We get the picture. Just one thing. You say that you ditched the clown.
That's right, dress boy.
Still not funny.
It's kind of funny.
No. Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean that the clown committed the crime?
You know what? He's got a point.
Cracking music.
What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can't be the criminal.
And why is that?
I've said so.
Oh, I see.
Here's absolute proof. Take this little top hat.
A silk hat? I was told it was orange.
Well, this was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant.
Fuck.
Well, without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene. Unless the hat did it. We haven't explored that possibility.
Well done, Miss Von Karma. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done.
Thank you so much. I will take roses and autographs. Thank you, stating the obvious. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what do you have to say?
Okay. Oh, Christ, I guess she's the boss again today.
Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge. I mean, once we got to the lodging house, all of that stuff. I've already told you all this.
Hang on, hold it. You saw Max and only Max, right, Trilo?
Are you deaf as well as dumb? That's right. And that makes him the killer. There was only one person headed that way that night.
That makes quite a bit of sense, and makes Max one suspicious character.
There's more to this story than meets the eye. Is there something amiss in this? Oh, shame I only thought that. I should have said that out loud. Anyway, that's a bit strange, don't you think?
What's strange?
That you only saw Max. Slam. Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well?
What? What are you doing? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright?
Here, take that. This is where I suspect it's going.
But that's the victim.
Innit? That's correct. If Trilo was at the entrance to the plaza, thank you, Gary, he should have seen the ringmaster as well. Aha! Oh, shit!
Oink, but oink. Obviously, the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness. Before the witness could have seen him. That's what I meant. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out.
What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room.
Is that according to the defendant? A likely story. If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime?
Ah!
I see. It seems that at this stage I have no reason to doubt this incredibly rude witness's testimony. And there are clearly no conclusive contradictions.
He's right.
A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now let's move along with the testimony.
Trilo wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he?
Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina, well, whatever it is, which is probably why Max conked him over the head.
Nick? Wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head?
Yeah. I think so. Jesus, I don't know anymore. Hold it, hang on.
Come on.
The clown. Let's talk about the clown. You're talking about Mo.
Of course I'm talking about the old fart. He's so pathetic, I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to keeling over for good.
Alert, alert. Incel detected. Incel detected.
Poor guy.
We didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. Put on some nice music, and no, when it comes to being a first place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack.
Then what happened?
Oh, once we got... You know, I've told you all this already, you're just going over the same things. Oh,
Hang
why
on,
do you interrupt
it.
me?
time did the police arrive at the scene?
Huh. I suppose that would have been around. Hey, what time was it?
I think it was around, I'd say a bit after 10:30 pum, I think.
Practice ended at 10 pm, so you hung around the lodging house the entire time?
I guess that sounds about right.
Slam. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you just stand outside in that weather.
The truth is,
Oh, will you shut up, you big nose dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you believe that we just stand outside in the weather? I'm made of wood, I don't get cold.
Hang on, well, maybe you were waiting for someone.
What? Who said we were waiting for someone?
Objection! Mr. Phoenix right. You can do all without your what? We can all do without your offhanded theories. Fuck.
Rightio, hang on, no, objection. But this witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm onto something.
Mr. Right. Who do you suppose the witness was waiting for out in the cold that night?
I think it was take that. Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina. You were waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken?
Is this true?
You can't really ask me that question.
Who cares who I was waiting for that night? What's important is what I saw in orange. Don't you forget it.
Well. The puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right.
Oh, you're worse than the clown.
Jesus, and I'm right. Huh? Slam. All right. There is obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, connective word, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, Slam, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought.
Come on, that make
Objection! What did you just say?
I was about to say it makes sense.
Shut up! The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime.
Objection! However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a high likelihood that... Definitive, Slam. He could have missed someone else. Oh, fuck!
Boink! Boink! There is absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer.
I guess you got me. All right. I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true. I was waiting for Regina.
Pain!
Pain indeed. Thank you, Mr. Vippy. Don't you volunteer things. Stick to the script.
Gavel! Mr. Quist, tell us the truth this time, and I mean the whole truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Were you, or were you not, waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house?
I was waiting for right gynecology. I was waiting to propose to her.
You were what? Waiting to propose?
Oh my God!
There's been
You
something I've been
never
wanting to say
proposed
to you,
easy.
Barbara.
Come
on.
on.
Dalek.
You think the humans have a monopoly on marriage?
Say it again, drinking a glass of water.
All I have is this bottle.
Look, the matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case.
That is a sentence you just said.
I know.
You're the judge in Orange. I mean, look at your horrible outfit, Robio.
What pain?
Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet. I miss Germany where no one proposed.
Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Reginald. I even had something to give to her.
Oh,
I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket last night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket.
You were going to propose. You, a puppet.
What? I follow the teachings of Beyonce. What can I say? Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love.
I guess you're right, because that's what I say to every other statement in this courtroom.
Back
Just
away
because
from the
I'm
back half of your
old.
sentence.
And listen, being old is exactly like being a puppet. And just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her. I wouldn't.
I
Spoken
get
like
what
the
you mean.
Conservative Party.
You know, you're creaking at the joints. You need help getting up. Gotta run up your ass. Exactly.
His Honour is looking a little less than honourable right now.
They know and wrote it anyway.
Okay, Mr. Wright. Please continue with your examination.
Did you hear that? His sigh seemed a little wistful.
Sorry, I need to redo the sigh.
Yeah, okay, again? Cool.
There it is.
Okay,
Aldate! Hold your silence. What was it exactly that you planned on giving her?
Oh, you know exactly what I was going to give to her, numbskull. You've had the birds and the bees talk. The only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty.
Boink answers his question. What was it?
You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring.
An engagement ring?
Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs.
Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here. Mr. Vippy, do your worst.
Francisca's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Although pain equals bad, I'm going to say this. It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. The first time that a puppet has ever fucking hell!
Flash! Crash of lightning and thunder. I advise you to cut this argument short.
Gavel! I'm going to have to agree with the defense here.
Thank you
and
very
not
much.
least because he mentioned Quine's emotivism. Will the witness please revise their testimony? specifically about the engagement ring. I would like to stick to facts, not sociology.
Are you sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe?
It's a traditional outfit. Very respected.
I planned on giving an engagement ring to Regina. Don't be so surprised. I was gonna, propose to the poor woman. But of course, I had it in my pocket. I've still got it in my pocket.
Objection! Trilo, do you mind if I show you something?
As long as it's appropriate.
What is it?
What are you talking about?
Uh-oh. Looks like they're going to double team me now. Oh dear. Gary, stop writing things down. Do you recognise this ring?
That's, you think I haven't even seen my own ring before? That's mine. Give it back. Thief.
Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said... In the end, I wasn't able to... I can't do impressions. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her. So I've still got it in my pocket.
I believe in you, Nick. Give it another go.
Why then, do I have it right here? Thank you, Mayor.
You've made me lose
Christ,
my
he's
head.
terrible at
Impression,
impressions.
that
Oh,
was
so
so
what is
bad.
going
Not
on
metaphorical,
here?
it's absolutely abysmal.
That's... Ben, say something.
Say something at the
I'm gonna
same
punch
time
you.
as Trilo.
I'm gonna punch you until you say,
Found this in Money's room.
Money's room? You mean a room they put money in, like a bank vault? Again, another missing word.
Ha! That filthy monkey's gonna get what's coming to him.
Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent fiats in my court.
But
Of
for
course
our
I do.
The Fiat Fiesta?
Oh, Your Honour, Money really is a monkey. In every sense of the word.
Ah, I see. Sorry, I was thinking about cars. Well then,
Money likes to go after the shiniest and orangest things that he can find and gather them up.
shiny things?
Big slam. Trilo? When was this ring stolen from you?
Well, I suppose it was, that time, that night, either the night of the crime.
What did you just say? Say it again.
Details. I need more details, lads.
Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up at the plaza.
Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct?
Well, I guess you might, be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have been taken around that time. Ow! Oh, no! Ow! Ooh! Ooh! No, not there, please!
Ben, what's with you? Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder.
It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. That apparently is to me and all of us here in this room. Now, Trilo, back to the topic at hand.
I haven't admitted a thing. Not I, Mr. Ventriloquist. Why is my own name so hard to say?
What did you do when the ring was taken, Trilo?
You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring-snatching monkey money.
But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you?
It's all this slow loafy fall called Ben's fault. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away.
That is indeed an incredible shame.
Well, this does indeed prove one very important point.
Prove an important point? What could that possibly be? Why are there monkeys on the stand and 2 puppets? I'm so confused.
Well, there is a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony.
Contradiction? Come on.
The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the bloody plaza.
What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What are you doing? Where are you going with this little theory of yours?
I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. Slam. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the bloody scene. Bam.
Oh, goodness me, well.
Amazing,
Come on.
this
That's
economy.
unreal, that.
Interest up!
Objection! Well, then tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist?
Objection. Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene.
However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive.
The witness is lying. He is blinded by his rivalry with Max.
Gavel! Well, the defence's argument does, as they say in the business, hold water.
There's no business like law business.
This witness, exactly. Did you learn that song at law school too? This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant.
How dare you? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dogface in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him. No doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar.
Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night.
Ha! I've told you so many times. You'd think you'd know my story's not changing.
You've already changed your story, stick boy, and I'm sure it will change some more.
When there's one lie, there's usually many more behind it.
Cyber Gary believes in you, Mr. Wright.
Thank you very much. Exactly, Mayor. And why? And I tell you, that's why we have to keep after him.
Cyber Gary
That's
has
right.
a decrease in belief of 12%.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I give you that I was waiting that night for red dinner. But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I'd been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him. He didn't even acknowledge my presence. I absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols.
So that means that Money didn't show up until after you saw Max.
That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max.
Then Money snatched the ring and you went chasing after him?
How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting?
Well, let's see. I'd say about, I suppose 5 minutes, I think.
So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch.
Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I give you, I was waiting that night for red dinner. It means king in another language. I said good evening. He didn't even recognize my...
Objection! Trilo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder?
A fight? What is it? I've not heard this word before.
It's like where you say naughty words and harsh words and punches and stuff. And I tell you what, a fight over Riri G to be exact.
It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument, a disagreement at most.
A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clogged over the head. That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he?
What? Is that an admission of orange assault and battery?
For Dink! Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first.
The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There is absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on the stand. There is no way that a puppet this lewd would just give up and say good evening to his rival in orange.
Objection! Are you saying that this witness is lying? That he is trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene? Is that right?
I didn't tell a single lie. Honestly, I just...
Right, Gavel, that's enough from you, Mr. Quest. Mr. Wright!
Yes, Your Honour?
Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could
and
you...
for myself, to be honest.
But yes, and me.
Yeah.
I am, yes. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night?
Rightio, can I do it? Let's find out. It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to.
What kind of theory is that? Come on.
The correct one, mate.
Oh, snap. Snap,
Was
motor
it?
engaged. Snap,
Mm.
snap.
Are we
Yes,
in a
queen.
fight? Are we in a fight now, Phoenix?
There was harsh words said, and furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all.
What?
If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means there is only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trilo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or, good evening, as he put it.
What in the world? You little bastard.
Would the defense kindly explain who it was that Trilo saw that evening?
Take that. There we go. Just pastor up that photograph up there. Considering the ill temper of the witness, there is only one person he would greet.
It must be that Regina. What is it? Regina? She's so cute.
No, Your Honour. No. And don't say that. And it wasn't Ribena. If it was Riri GGINA, Trilo would have given her the engagement ring as a present.
Yeah. I suppose you have a point.
It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not?
Nod. You are correct. It was indeed Russell Berry.
Silence.
The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trilo. Isn't that correct?
I gulp noisily.
Slam, answer the question, Mr. Quist.
Yeah.
Christ,
What's
I
up
don't
with
know
that
what happened
Russell's
there.
got bananas
Really
up
fancy
his
you, right,
sleeve?
didn't
Order! How do you respond to this?
Galagair? Wait a second. Wait. First I thought it was the old man. Once I got a better look at him, it was obvious he met me in Yankee.
Christ,
I'm not following this.
gagging for a Lucasade.
I've got one in my bag for you.
Listen up.
That's good.
I think it is high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed an orange single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that orange person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica? Or was it the ringmaster one, Mr. Russell Berry?
Let's ask the audience.
But the prosecution argues that it was the defendants that witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols.
3 symbols?
Right, this is getting old. Come on, man, you gotta remember them by now. Here we go again. Everyone, all together now. Ow!
Boink! Yes, we know. The silk hat, the cloak, the white roses, the silly shoes.
Objection! I want to hear the song again. And hang on, a silk hat and cloak? Anyone would wear them. They'd even look good on me.
Don't flatter yourself.
What was that?
Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, how do we really know that it was Maximilian Galactica? It would have been someone else, dressed up as him. Big Slam. Possibly even Russell Berry.
Russell Berry!
What? They are vastly different body shapes. You can tell
Right,
that
Gavel.
from the profile.
Miss Von Karma, I gavelled.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
Do you have, Miss Von Karma, clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant?
Well,
No, if that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point.
Yes! I think we finally won a point in this one. That's how it works, right? You get points. Is that
Legal
right?
trials are not based on points.
And what do points mean?
Prizes.
Yay!
Yay!
That is very unfortunate.
Huh?
You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix, right? I can see your feet doing little tappy dance.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but who that person was can only be answered by the next witness.
Huh?
Fa-boing! Hacha! Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond shadow of a doubt, an answer to that question, and evidence clearly establishes one thing. That there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime.
Thank you for that,
didn't
Lucas.
Right.
That was
Sounds like
fast.
it.
Gavel,
Alright.
very
Take a
well.
7 in my
Very
bag.
well. The court will take a soft 5, hard 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness and remove any puppets from the performance. The court is now in recess.
Discover Nation.
Gavel!
Hello, everyone. It is me, Cyber Gary. We will take a break, but the stream will end because for some reason my mic makes me sound like a robot on the stream. So the stream will stop and restart to fix my microphone, but we will be back. Make sure to follow the cast on Twitter. I will post their handles now, and we shall see you in a moment.
December 29th, 11:54 a.m., District Court, defendant lobby number 5. I think that's the first time we've had lobby 5.
It's a lovely painting.
Sweetie. You have to believe me, I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene.
So then where were you when the murder took place?
We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room.
And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right?
Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back.
That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right?
That's what it seems like, Maya.
But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's orange costume, right?
Oh, sweetie, I would never wear orange, but I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room, still dressed in my orange stage clothes. Wow, okay. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off.
Huh? Which means?
It means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max.
Oh, sweetie, no one would ever look like me. Fabulous! That's a fabulously possibility.
Well done, Nick.
Hello, sir. I'm back from my leave.
Oh, fantastic. Gary, we had a robot in your place.
That makes sense. You haven't heard of a terrorist cell called Hiago, have you?
I haven't, no.
Then I've done my job correctly. Anyway, back to the synth.
However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my orange silk hat. Who turned the lights out? What about my cloak? Where did that go?
Double,
Wow, Max. I never thought of that. You should be like a detective or something.
I mean, that's what us two do.
We're lawyers. You're a
Well,
lawyer, I'm a psychic, medium.
I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or reality TV star turned president. You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision.
That's really cool.
Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper.
What the hell have I missed?
Oh, Gary.
December 29th, 12:06 PUM. District Court, courtroom number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, courtroom number 2.
Oh, brilliant.
It's
just like home,
7
you know?
Lucasades under the seat.
All of you.
Fantastic.
Now that everyone is finally back and frame rates are resolved, let's get started. The court is in session. Ms. Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case.
Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand? That's Lawrence Curls.
Why did she just call him Orange Pitiful Clown?
But Phoenix, I'm Pagliacci.
Oh, Gary, you and your references.
The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. Shit. Speech! Name and occupation.
I think it's very important that we heard that first line from the clown.
Yes, let's recycle, shall we? That was quite good.
You want to tell me what I said? I don't know what I said.
Where were you born and raised?
In West Philadelphia.
That's a It's a strange reference.
That's completely legit. That's twinned with Berlin.
Will the witness please inform the court why he is speaking in autobiographical, why he's referencing a Will Smith song?
Listen, he'd like to take a minute. Just sit right there.
No, stop.
I'm sorry. Which one of us is speaking gibberish? I'm not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life.
Objection. This is the villain of Wreck-It Ralph.
I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion.
What in the world are you talking about?
My professionalism!
You're in a grand hall of justice. Not some comedy club.
Wait.
I know, seats are filled.
So this isn't a bringer? Why the hell am I here?
Gary, come back!
All right, I'll stay.
Since it's easy to see your occupation, please just state your name for the court.
Oh, yeah. Maybe this joke is okay.
How does his hat know when to smile?
Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign says no shirt, no shoes, no service. My hat agrees with me. We are in total agreement.
Cricket.
Thumbs up, guys.
Did someone order a tumbleweed?
Oh yeah, that was me.
Yeah, right over here, yeah.
Yeah, cheers.
Just like daytime with the Apollo. Okay, who about this? Have you ever met my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts?
Is there a Seymour Butts here? Is there a Seymour Butts?
How about that one? I slay me and others. Keep back.
Boing. Your name is obviously Roger Rabbit from that 1983 classic Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
He was about to do the next line of the Fresh Prince rap.
That's not my fault. I didn't press go on the
I'm not going
emulator.
to do it.
I didn't press go either. Sometimes they just automatically do
Okay,
it.
so that is definitely on me, or it's probably Mr. Vippy's fault.
Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Smo the Clown.
So, you witnessed the scene at around 10:15 p.m. the other day of the murder, right? Correct?
Yes, it is. Get this carrot out of my face, pardon me.
Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify to everything you saw that evening?
A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian walked in.
No. Without the humor, please.
That had humor?
I think I know the punchline to that one, sir.
No.
What a fine example of an integrated community.
All right. Just gonna knock this carrot.
Aw, poor Mo can't be his normal stoogey self in court.
Stoogey self? Wow, you're laying this reference on thick, aren't you?
You just can't handle me. I'm too real. I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I'm the second greatest. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years.
But you haven't committed a sex crime, which puts you in the top 10 of comedians.
I'm quite proud of that. Yeah, thank you.
That we know of.
Anyway, no matter what I say, all I get in return is vacant stare and polite applause. If I'm lucky.
Why is this a deconstruction of Chaz Redhead's career?
Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. More efficient. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying.
The hat is angry! Everyone back up!
Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. Almost. I make a fantastic doorstop. But I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. This is a tough room. The atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I've decided to try to make everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone. What do you think? How am I doing? Notes? Who's got notes?
Well, sir, he does have the self-confidence issues, which come hand in hand with being a comedian.
You're absolutely right.
I try so hard for you people.
We don't have comedy in Germany.
Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here?
I mean, I'm just filling time.
Witness.
Yeah. Huh? Karen?
We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over.
You'll listen?
Well, I'm sure someone else will, but I've actually got a thing on after court.
Oh.
So please stick with the facts of the case.
I thought you were on my side. What, with the sleeves and all? You want to hear me out, though?
Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later.
It's probably Gumshoe.
Oh, I don't like straight men. No. Thank you! Thank you! Oh, I can't wait! Just constructive criticism, that's all I'm asking for!
Oh, Gumshoe.
Gavel! Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony?
Will you come too, Judge? You remind me of my father.
No.
Of course we can! I'll talk for as long as you want. The night of the murder. After practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was. I was pulped. It's so hard. You give your all. You put your heart out there and they just squeeze it. They squeeze it. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. Which is why they were only outlined. That's what happens in the distance with my vision. Very poor vision. Anyway, I was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I saw the cloak, not the hat, which you would think would be more recognizable, but no, it's the cloak. I kept watching them. And all of a sudden, Max clunked the ringmaster over the head. With what? I don't know. One of 7 possible blunt objects.
That's very interesting.
Thank you!
If this eyewitness account is to believe, and let it be noted that the witness has mentioned their eyesight is bad, I have enough to pass judgment right now.
Stop dropping hints!
Whatever you think best, Dad!
Oh, everybody pause for a second. Okay, cool. Yeah, good. Go again.
Ta-da! Of course you can. There's no way this account can be criticized.
Oh, thank you. I've been waiting so long.
However, the witness is a bit, how you say, in the trade, off kilter.
Off kilter. That's how you say it, yeah.
That is how you say it.
Yeah, well done. Go on, Dad. That's your line.
Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. I think it's the hat.
That must be because of my infancy smile. Painted onto my uniform.
Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination.
Would love to.
Yeah, bring it.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm in a good mood.
Nick, you gotta find some kind of contradiction in his testimony. How long have you been playing this game?
I know that. For too long, right.
Mr. Wright.
Your Honor?
I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court.
When was this when the parrot took the stand?
Nice.
Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber rattling.
Saber rattling? You know what? I'm going to pretend I know what you mean and say, I understand, Your Honor.
If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you orangely responsible.
Why am I orangely responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes.
Well,
Now,
No one's gonna hold me responsible. The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I
Hold
did, I glanced at the
it.
window. I had a breakdown. What?
you just happened to glance out the window.
What the for? You could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed.
Mr. Curls!
Yeah, Dad?
No. No.
Oh. Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either.
What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue.
Ooh, press me, Fifi, press me.
Exactly why did you look out of your window that night?
Why? Why? Why does a man climb a mountain? Because the carrot told him to. Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they?
sir, please stop antagonizing the Eldritch Nightmare.
Nod. That's not what I meant.
Was that a
I
nod?
meant that. Well, when we spoke yesterday, and you're right, Gary, I think it was a shake rather than a nod.
Once I had tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. I am unimpressed. Deeply unimpressed. Oh yeah! Forgot about that.
Thought I put on some jaunty music, sir. The keyboard is on demo mode.
It swings, Gary, it swings!
You forgot.
Your Honour, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud orange sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night.
Oh yeah, that's right! I forgot to mention the thump, didn't I? Oh, the thump is key. Ah!
Honk honk. That's not something you just forget to mention.
That was my line.
You've got two mouths. Either one of them could have said it.
Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony.
Very well. Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony.
Don't be mad at me, Dad. I can't take it when you look at me like that.
Please
This should
stop.
start turning the tables in our favour.
I heard a huge noise outside the window, and then I saw the silhouettes, and they were far in the distance, and there was a Max who was wearing his clothes. I suddenly clonked something.
Hold it!
What?
You say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head?
Seamless. I will be docking your pay.
Please don't.
Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story. I'm a masterful raconteur.
I've just been given a grant from Cameron McIntosh, and I will dock pay when I see fit.
He really does enjoy a completely random non sequitur.
No, Cameron McIntosh
Our
is reading
director.
news.
What would you say the victim was struck with?
A clunk. You mean a weapon? I have no idea. It was one of 7 possible weapons. It wasn't found at the murder scene, right?
No. You did say you saw the entire thing, didn't you?
Well, I suppose I did. Wait, no, I didn't. I didn't see a weapon. I have 2 mouths and thus much laugh.
Slam. Mo! Did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night?
I have 2 mouths and I must laugh. I think I've got the beginning of a sci-fi story, sir.
Objection. I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. He's
Thanks,
clearly
Puffy.
mentally unstable. You're welcome, babe. You better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, You know what is waiting for you. A nice penalty and the whip to the nads.
Oh, gulp. Wasn't that a bit melodramatic?
And your Ned.
So, what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix, right? Whip to the nads it is. Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime?
Oh, Christ, not the
I can
nads.
keep
No,
thinking.
I've got a great reason to make my claim. So it's like the best reason ever.
And I suppose you will be telling us all that great reason.
Of course I will, and the reason is the witness's very own orange testimony.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright?
I never testified about an orange.
Mo said on this piece of paper here that he heard a sound like a thump on someone getting hit.
He did say that. Yes.
However, Mo just stated the following under oath.
I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head.
Now, thanks for reading that out. I'm just going to take that piece of paper back.
Thank you, I did it well.
Thank you, did. If Mo is to be believed when he says he looked out the window upon hearing an orange sound, slam, there is no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone.
In 1972, a crackdown upon...
he was doing
Okay.
the introduction to the
I
80s.
had a political
Mr.
point to make. I will not be
Bowles.
silenced.
Order! Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment?
They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car.
Still doing the introduction to the 18.
Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court?
I thought you might find it endearing.
Your Honor, can we take a brief 5-second recess to facepalm collectively?
Yes, let's all do that. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Wait, which
recess
mouth do I
over.
cover?
Court is back in session.
No, I was just stalling for time while I jogged my memory.
Great job, Nick.
Oh, Jesus, you're still here.
Yeah, hey.
Hey, these types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth. Very much like
Peel
an
me
onion.
like a
Oh,
funny
sir.
onion.
That was almost
Or a
profound.
banana.
Thank you very much. Or a banana.
A funyun. What were we talking about? I've completely lost the thread.
You back from your jog? That was me making a joke. Get it?
Oh, well done. Yeah, anyway, it happened the way that I said it did. Dad, are we going to lunch after?
Pretty much.
Stop calling me father.
When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill the gaps in my statement. She's a very helpful lady.
Von Karma!
Yes, that's the one.
Tampering with the witness again?
Also showing off her biceps, sir.
That's wrong.
She
It's
got
all
dealt
me,
to die
Phoenix.
for.
This is all me under this shirt.
Sir, now you are saying that you did not orangely see the defendant clonk the ringmaster.
Nobody got hit with an orange. That's what I'm saying. That's my testimony. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out.
Checked out.
Somebody explain idioms to the judge.
I was speaking figuratively. Yeah, he was on a permanent vacation and... Haha!
Gavel!
What?
Mr. Curls, I will not have idioms in my court.
Your Honor?
You did not witness the actual orange crime. However, you still say you saw the orange criminal, correct?
Yes! Exactly! That's correct. You hit the nose on the head. Yes. The ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him.
Very well. Then please testify, looking extra fly, to this silhouette that you saw. I expect the truth. And if I catch even a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in the holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it?
Is there a handbook? Or no, Dad, I got it. Sorry.
I'm not your father.
You look just like him. I was a bit far away, but the saddle could only have belonged to Max. It came out of his feet. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity cymbals. With the clashing and the banging. The silk hat, the black cloak, they were all there. His face was silhouetted. There was no doubt that it was him. It smelled like him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, very dramatic, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying.
It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime.
Well, you took your time realizing that, didn't you? Well done, Judge. Whatever, that should be enough, right?
It is a decisive testimony.
Thank you.
Was Max really at the scene of the crime that night?
Solid contribution.
Ah, thanks.
He said he wasn't there. We have to keep believing that.
All right,
I
Mr.
wanna
Wright.
believe.
Commence your cross-examination.
Come on, Fifi, let's dance.
Cross-examination commencing.
I was a bit far away, but the saddle could have spectated it, and they were all there.
Objection!
Okay.
Slam, you say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols?
Careful.
Yeah. I suppose so. The silk hat and the cloak, right? It was a cold night and needed covering.
Mo,
What?
everyone knows that Maximilian Galactic has 3 orange uppity symbols.
I'm glad you've adopted my descriptor. But 3?
Yay! Everyone get ready. All together now.
All together now.
Silk hat,
together now.
cloak, orange,
White
white
roses.
Roses,
Sorry.
I'm parched. Do you want another Lucasade?
I'd love one. Thanks, Gwyneth.
Who cares if he knows it's ever 3 or not?
That was
Think he
full
can
on
count,
Welsh.
come on.
That was full on Welsh. You all heard it. She's not German.
it?
That was full on Welsh.
Don't cuff me. I do it again, love.
Sounds
He's
like
committed.
fucking Fireman Sam over in the prosecutions. So
He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one.
I'm sorry. My carrot was in the way.
Isn't that right, Mo?
Do you like pie? I love pie. 3.141.
Silence, fool. You are to respond with the whole truth. No fractions.
It's not a fraction. It's an irrational number.
pie's not
Well,
a
I
fraction.
guess it's a fraction, isn't it?
No.
It can be
it's
expressed,
not.
can it?
Order. It is an irrational number, right?
Slam, Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you?
Sick tune, Gary.
To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw. I feel better with the tune.
Objection. The crime scene was dark. It's obviously too dark to see that kind of detail.
Objection! But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them. No way.
I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this music. I'm fucking coming up, sir. I'm coming up.
Oh, Jesus. That's where you were for the first half of this, Gary one.
Objection. Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim.
Gary, be careful of your gums, mate. If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene.
So warm right now.
Gavel! Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of the case?
Clearly not. He's just toying with the court.
You're my best friend, sir.
Oh, Gary, get off me. Oh. I've got her on the ropes now.
God, I've got so many ideas right now. Does anyone want to hear my ideas?
No, you're right, Gary. Please, get down. Whenever there's a nugget of truth, it always seems to peek out of me. Then run away.
Man, the colours of this courtroom are entrancing.
Bailiff, could you shine a flashlight in that synth player's eyes?
Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me.
Oh, my eyes!
Your Honour, do you recall Trilo's testimony? Remember that?
There's no way I should mistake someone wearing those three ridiculous symbols. Your memory is terrible for voices, Phoenix.
It really is.
How can you mistake someone with that crazy orange getup and his nose stuck up so high? How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece getup?
Trilo saw them all. Trilo saw all three of Max's symbols, I tell you. However, this witness claims there were no white roses on the person he saw.
Mate, just wait for the drop. This is going to be amazing.
Slam. There is absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction.
That's the drop! Get your hands in the air! Oh my god, I tell you what, I'm feeling it, pal. I'm feeling it.
Hands in the
Impressive.
air like
Where is Droopy when you need him? Now what am I supposed to think?
Sorry, sir, but I'm from the Happy Mondays rave scene.
Droopy, you betrayed me. What is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this?
Judge, forget the roses. Think about this other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case up now.
Slam. Your Honour, it may be trivial, but there should be I tell you, say that again, there should still be doubt lingering in your mind.
God, I'm really cold. Are you cold, sir? I can feel it through to my bones.
Gary, get off my sleeve.
God, I'm feeling really sad. Could I have a hug, sir?
I've seen flop sweat before, but Jesus, look at this guy.
Frankly, I have my doubts about this synth player and this witness.
Oh God, what happens when we die?
It seems
Tell
that,
you?
unlike wine, the synth player has had a drug which crashes him hard, and the witness has not grown mature with age.
Just give him some dark chocolate, he'll be fine. I'm not mature.
Gavel, I've come to a conclusion.
What is it, Dad?
I will give you $100 to give me some gum right now.
I am 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant.
You're a judge.
However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable. Which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony.
What? Come on.
If there are no contradictions in the next statement, I am prepared to issue a ruling.
A ruling?
Nick, this is your last chance.
There's no doubt in my mind there were no white roses that night. However, all the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat! There is no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. We've all been on the scene at least once.
I think the synth player's definitely been on the scene.
Definitely.
Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance at this.
Yeah. Can we speed this up? I've got a Farmyard Rave in Hertfordshire coming up this evening.
Ooh, Willie!
Just one chance.
I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgers in this courtroom. All badgering against the witness.
Yeah, no badges.
And no
you are going
mushrooms.
or snakes. If you're going to prove to me that there's a contradiction in Mr. Curls' statement, you better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations.
Oh, Fifi, you made it mad.
I've only got a single shot at this. I've got to be careful. I understand, Your Honour. One chance is all I will need.
Falling in love with me.
Gary,
Possibilities. I
Gary-
have all you need.
Gary, put the whistle and white gloves down.
Sorry, sir. When did we get so old, sir?
About an hour ago.
There's no doubt in my mind there were no white roses that night. I'm telling you, they weren't there. Not a one. No roses.
Objection.
No flowers.
This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat that you saw that night, would it? The one I'm holding here?
Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night. I recognized it by the exceptionally long feather.
No question in your mind.
Exactly. How would one mistake a thing like that?
Jesus,
Second
he's at it
wind!
again. Bloody hell, Gary, I see.
Is that why
Is
he asked
there
me for
some
20
sort
quid?
of problem with the synth player, Mr. Wright?
I've got a ton of problems with him. But right now, Miss Von Karma, where exactly was the silk hat found?
Oh my god, I'm seeing double, mate.
I'm suddenly 16 again. This is like Techno Viking all over again. Must you always ask me these questions? Obviously found it's a crime scene. It's a crime scene. Orange fan. That means... Oh, shit.
Slam. The silk hat fell off the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene.
No, that's not. Oh no! I
well,
couldn't
no, I'll
have
tell you what,
done
it's going
that.
down.
Gabriel!
You caught me in
Order, Mr. Curl!
Maddie!
No, still not your father.
Oh,
What is the meaning of all this?
what is meaning really?
You
Didactically.
No, you are old enough to know better than to behave like this in court.
If Gary can, why can't I?
He's a
not
synth
right.
player, not a witness.
So harsh.
What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, among other things.
I have no response. Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Is it because Mom left? Let me guess. You didn't like my jokes or something, right?
Man,
Is that it?
Just straight up killed the vibe.
That is correct.
You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great. My jokes, subpar, I admit. No matter how old I get, I'll always be younger than you! Nah! Oh, I'm sad. Sobbing.
Well, that is mathematically correct. Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Girls. Who do you think you are?
The only one who's being paid to be here. I saw him! I swear I saw him! It was Max!
Miss Von Karma, do you wish to explain that?
Even if he didn't have this rose, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat. I'm so gross! I got two mouths, which with two
Yeah, he's turned into a bratty little kid.
Hey, Maya, do you want some poppers?
What? What are those?
Oh, no, Maya, don't. Gary, for fuck's sake. Look, it's pitiful, isn't it? Gary, please.
He left the scene. Where's the still cat? He was there.
Listen, sir, I can get you on the VIP list, but you gotta be cool.
It's fine,
I'm
Gary.
so cool. I am super chilled.
Hey, he left the scene.
Oh, you killed the vibe.
Gary, is that my hypercolour t-shirt?
Yeah, of course it is.
Jesus,
What's the matter,
Gary, you're
Nick?
stretching it. Well, Gary's wearing my hypercolour t-shirt, and there's something I've been mulling over for a while now.
I went to Cyberdog and picked up some stuff.
Mo?
Beefy? What do you want?
You just said that he left the scene.
Yeah, we all do eventually. You grow up.
No, that's true. But exactly how orangely did the murderer leave the scene of the crime?
He was very sneaky.
What?
What? Carried in my face again. He went. What do you mean how? Yeah, you wanted the scripter? You can't ask me that.
Objection, Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor.
Yeah, badger's
Badger
all over
boy.
me.
That objection. This witness's testimony is so full of holes, Miss Von Karma's protest is useless. It's like a colander.
A colander is very useful if it has
I
holes.
use colanders all the time.
That's the whole point,
Christ.
Phoenix.
You've
Unless
got
they're
a
different.
point.
little
Let's
different
hear what the witness has to say on this matter.
Does anyone want a key?
I have nothing to say about colanders. What are we talking about here?
Is that all right with you, little guy? I'm really encouraging the father-son thing here, aren't I?
Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby dad.
Oh no, he's hit the rebellious face.
Me. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did it leave the crime scene? In a car? The answer's obvious. He turned around and walked away. I find it humorous that you can't figure that out.
That's what I expected you'd say. Exactly verbatim what you just said there. You sure that's how it's happened?
I am predictable. This is true, yeah.
Huh? I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Let me tell you a story of when I was a lawyer.
Tell me a story, Dad!
Oh, no, I forgot you were here. Never mind. Do you have any proof to counter the story as to how the criminal left the crime scene?
Take that. Look at this picture.
Look at this photograph.
There you go, can you see that? The problem is the footprints in the snow. Have a look.
Footprints?
Yeah, it's like when you step on stuff, it would leave a thing. But in this photo, we can clearly see the orange footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminals' footprints? I tell you, where are they? Well, I'll tell you where they are. They aren't there.
I'm in such a baroque mood right now. I tell you what, he's got him there
I
with
love
us.
the Virginelle. What you're
There you
doing
go,
is
button.
fantastic.
So, Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Tell me.
Carrot in my face.
Your Honour, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all this witness's testimony from the court record.
I agree.
Dad!
This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came to court in.
Now I understand why Mom left. You just wait a second. Yeah, all of you. You guys just can't ignore everything that I've said. Fine. I'll tell you the orange truth this time.
Okay, poised. You wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for today.
That didn't hurt. I want it to hurt. Do it harder. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear.
inspired you.
I don't know why. I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better.
You're a real buzzkill. Has anyone ever told you that?
Yeah, so many people.
Gavel,
Great.
Mr. Lawrence Kearns.
Finally,
This
some
isn't
respect.
you.
Yes.
The testimony you've provided up until now has been false.
But entertaining. It hasn't been false. I haven't lied. It's just showbiz.
It's just what?
He was just a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. That's just details. Especially since Von Karma and their whip told me not to talk about what I really saw.
Oh,
And
did
her
they?
being one of the Brotherhood,
Oh
you
my
know
God,
how
I
it
wish you would
goes.
just stand on my
La
neck.
la la la.
Gavel,
Can't hear what you're
Order, I
saying.
heels,
Order! I
absolutely.
will
Talking
have
like a silly one again. He's got a
order!
silly mouth hat.
Franziska von Karma, how could you?
I will show you. Bowing. Thank you, Your Honor. If you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have.
And what opinion is that?
Well, it's not funny. Ha! Joke from Von Karma.
That's enough out of you. Now, I'm going to listen to what he has to say.
That's all I've ever wanted.
Now then, let's hear the truth about what you saw.
Ha! You're not gonna believe it, but it's all true, I tell you.
Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel. I've got places to be.
God, my jaw is so tight right now.
Eat a banana.
Harry, mate, wipe your nose.
Now, it's time for our next segment, Monos! This is the big reveal. Everything that I've said up until now has been the truth. Gospel. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. It was a compromising position. He wasn't wearing his white hat. Oh, his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. It's hard to read fast. That's when I saw... Hey... Ooh, that's a good one. This is the truth now. Get ready for it. Brace yourselves. He flew. He jumped up and flew through the air with the greatest of ease. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness like something out of the X-Files. That's why there were no footprints. Flying people do not leave footprints.
I've just had a brilliant idea for a t-shirt.
Mic drop.
Ta-da! Thank you, thank you, thank you. I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now?
Nobody's getting it. Nobody's understanding this? Really? Do I have to do it again?
Well, that was how do you put this into words?
Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician. That's how you put that into words. Oh, but to leave the scene of the crime by flying, that just is, we can't accept that that's what happened. That's nuts.
You're right.
Why you say right? You believe the other witnesses? The guy who was punching himself with his own doll? That guy you didn't question? Why would you believe me? Especially since it's the best part of the story. It has panache.
To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about the witness's testimony, Mr. Wright?
Well, Mr. Judge, what he just said was so strange. I don't think he would have made it up.
Which means that he's telling the truth.
See? Fifi gets it.
Gosh.
That's what I think. And I also think you should make up with your son as well.
Hey, Nick?
Thank you!
Oh, thank
Nick?
you.
Nick, wait. That means that Max actually used magic.
You fucking summoned the dead!
So, that's different.
Yikes. You're right. Oh, fucking hell, that wig.
Tink, right on the head. Only a foolish-looking fool could be fooled by such a foolish dream. Don't be ridiculous. Magic does not exist.
That's what Kevin Feige said about the MCU, and then Doctor Strange came out.
That's true. That really bones.
Right, Gavel. I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding on this matter. As long
good,
as Mr.
because
That would be really helpful.
Yeah. So helpful.
Go on then, mate.
I would really appreciate
Well,
that.
since
I've got
you
places
all
to be.
agreed, if you all agreed, let me do that then. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that.
Clap if you believe.
But I can't just wrap my bald head around how that could actually happen.
You imbecile.
If you disregard a need for proof, Miss Von Karma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation.
Yeah, evidence. Evidence is what you need.
Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point.
You tell him, Dad.
It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries, as the Catholic Church says.
Train took 38th in a footprint.
It might have actually been the hat after all.
I believe that's enough for today. I need to go and have a honey and lemon. The court is now in recess.
Recess!
Gavel.
December 29th, 2:33 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Magical number 5.
Hey, sweeties, what in the world is going on?
That's what I want to know.
They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared.
Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but Jesus, you didn't fly that night, did you?
I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please. It's not that easy.
But it looks so effortless for you on stage.
It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air.
Spoilers?
Wow. You just told me the secret to your magic?
No! I broke the first rule! The cardinal rule! The only rule!
Don't pick up the phone? You know he's only calling because he's drunk and alone?
I'm sorry, Max. I'm sorry you had to break a magician's creed to keep the magic trick secret.
Nick, what do we do now?
All we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow.
Great idea. Let's do our best and catch this sucker. Chaz, you are muted.
Thank you. There's a lot of stuff happening there in a very short space of time, but a very exciting conclusion to that with a flying criminal? How will that be solved, I wonder? But thank you so much for hanging on, especially in the face of a lot of technical issues. That's really, really kind of you to hold on for this long. And now we get to the reason why all of these super talented people actually agreed to do this is the various plugs. I would start with our lead actor, Scott Oswald, but he has nothing to plug.
I've got something here. Which
Yeah.
I wrote down. I'm going to plug the Terence Higgins Trust, which raises money for HIV awareness and research. So that's me there.
Nice. Terence Higgins Trust, was it?
Yeah, give him a Google.
Absolutely. And then where would we be without, and especially when it comes to trial segments, it is a thankless part. But our amazing Maya Fey, Hannah Raymond Cox. Hannah, your plugs, please.
Hi lads. Please follow me on Twitter at Challah Out Loud, CHALLAH Out Loud, because I'm Jewish and I like bread. I'm releasing a game that I made tomorrow, so keep an eye out on Twitter for Totally Stab Caesar, a text-based historical comedy adventure twine game that is out tomorrow.
Lovely.
So if you like this sort of jokey bullshit, you'll like mine.
That's really, really cool. I should also give a plug to Dick Gumshoe, who our wonderful David, who can't be here to do the plugs, but he's also part of a stream called Adventurers Wanted, so please do check that out. Our wonderful Francisca von Karma, Rosanna, she doesn't have any plugs, but I just wanted to point her out because she is amazing. There you go. But where would any court case be without a judge? Leo West, our incredible judge.
Significantly better off in this case, I imagine. Thank you very much.
There was a weird slice of character development this week.
There was such anger and father issues.
Yeah.
Anyway, cheers to Griff for that. I am also in the business of professionally dungeoning and dragoning. If you go to Eventbrite, I am part of the Roll Dark Game Master Agency, and my first regular game on Black Shores is open for purchasing tickets now. That is, you can buy a ticket for me to GM a thing that I wrote for you. It's good fun. It's pirates, and it's I won't say any more than that because that's spoilers. It's pirates. Let's leave with pirates.
Let's leave it at that.
I also have a podcast. Sorry, Chaz. Sorry.
No, the link is in the chat.
The links for the podcast is in the chat, is it?
Yeah. Oh no, the link
By the way,
for the Eventbrite, but then I've also put the podcast plug in there as well.
Cheers. By the way, with Rob and Leo, which is a historical podcast about London and can quite often be very amusing. That's all I'll say.
Speaking of podcasts, where would we be without our eccentric ventriloquist? Alex Dowding as Ben Woodman and Triloquist will be in the News Review podcast in a couple of weeks. You can catch up on the previous episodes of the News Review podcast. Any place where podcasts are sold? Quote marks. But sadly,
distributed.
Yeah,
Chaz.
Yeah, I don't know. Sadly, we didn't get too much of them this week, but it's always a pleasure for what I think might be the greatest character in all of the Ace Attorney trilogy, Maximilian Galactica. K. Jupe as Maximilian Galactica. Plugs, please.
Hi, I'm a musician. I'm releasing music in October. Go to londonhatred.com to find out more if you like beats and synths. And I also want to plug Hannah's amazing Dua Lipa joke because I'm really glad I didn't have to say anything after that because it just would have been laughing. Bye!
It was a rock solid joke. And then, last but certainly not least, isn't it rich? Aren't we a pair? You here at last on the ground, me in thin air. But where are the clowns? Griff as Mo the Clown. Griff, your plugs, please.
First off, thank you for having me back after I was covered last week by the inimitable Mr. Reese Lawton. Big shout out to Florence Schechter, who is the founder, owner, operator of the Vagina Museum, who gave me a bicycle yesterday because she didn't have a place to store it anymore. So I can now get around London because of Florence Schechter and her amazing work. So check out the Vagina Museum because a super cool person runs it. Also, it's a very cool project in its own right. Speaking of very cool projects, you will soon hear my voice on at Dreambound Pod, also appearing with Mr. Rieslong, which is a high sci-fi fantasy podcast that should be coming out soon, I believe in late October. And I just did some really fun work today with some really fun people that I can't talk about. So follow me on Twitter at the Sarah Griffin, or on Instagram at Griff the Griffin, GRYPH the Griffin, to find out more about the work that I can't tell you about yet.
There you go. And then all that's left to do is do my plugs. They're fairly basic. I might have some podcasts that I will be releasing in the month of October, but if you follow me on Twitter at ChazRedhead, you will hear all of the information about those. Also, thank you for tuning into my Twitch channel. Remember that it is September, so that means that you get a discount on your subscription package. So you could subscribe to me for 3 or 6 months for a highly discounted rate. But if you're watching and you have an Amazon Prime account, it means that you have a Twitch Prime account and you can use your free subscription on me, and you're basically spending no money to give me money, which I would appreciate. I have a bunch of streams every week, so there is this on a Wednesday. Tomorrow, which is Thursday at 1 p.m, is Fitness Thursdays, where I will be playing through Ring Fit Adventure. It's an hour of me playing Ring Fit Adventure and then an hour of me being tired. And on Saturdays at 8 p.m, it is game night, where I do an hour and a half of Fall Guys and then an hour and a half of games that I like. So it's sort of a half and half thing. And then on Sunday afternoons, it's Superhero Sundays, where I will be playing through The Avengers. So if you want to see me smash my head against the brick wall of a loot game, please do tune in for that. I'm not a huge fan of the game, but it's the sunk cost fallacy at this point. With that in mind, thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back next week. If you like all the stuff that we do on La Theatre De Phénix, please go to my YouTube page and you can watch season 1 of La Theatre De Phénix, which has some very dumb episodes. And they're all very enjoyable. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next week. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I wish you the very best. Good night, everyone.